Hey friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be giving you guys just a quick little update on my life, where I'm at right now, what's been going on recently, some big news, and just talk to you guys a little bit about some stuff that, I don't know, I just kind of want to get off my chest and share with people. And it's kind of a hard thing to talk about, so instead of facing it, I'm going to put it in a video on YouTube and hope that makes me feel better. So you're probably wondering why this video is starting off so weird and cryptic and kind of sad if you already know that I recently got married. So on October 11th, 2019, me and Nick, who had been together for 9 years at that point, finally tied the knot, got hitched, etc, got married. It was an amazing day. Nothing, major went wrong. There's obviously like little hiccups, but it was a wonderful, amazing day with family and friends I love, and I'm gonna start crying even thinking about it, so I'm gonna stop talking about it so much now. But yeah, it was an amazing day. But ever since that day, and it's almost 2 months since that day, I've been in a pretty bad depressive episode. And you might be very concerned to think that in, the weeks after my wedding, I am already depressed. So what does that say for our marriage? But it has nothing to do with Nick and everything to do with me and my life. So after the wedding, I basically ended up with this huge hole in my life where wedding planning and organizing used to be. I spent a lot of time out of every single day pretty much planning for this wedding, making sure everything was going to go perfectly, contacting people, etc, etc, etc. And so after the wedding was over, I kind of, like, a big part of what I did with my everyday and a big part of like the responsibilities that I had were gone, which sounds like a relief and sounds like something that's good. But to me it just made me feel very kind of empty and very like I had no direction anymore, or like I had no purpose really anymore, because like that was my purpose, was to plan this wedding, and now the wedding was over, so what did I have left? Which of course created even more feelings of guilt, because why am I complaining? I just married the love of my life. I couldn't be happier about that. That part of my life is like flawless. I should be happy, I should be happy, I should be happy, which of course no one thinking to themselves how they should be happy has ever made someone happy, but doesn't stop the thought. So yeah, that's kind of been where my head's been at the last couple months. I don't really know why I'm making this video. I don't know if anyone really wants to hear it, but yeah. So I've been slowly kind of climbing out of it. I've been working on it, using the coping skills I learned like in therapy, and leaning on Nick really heavily, obviously, and just trying to kind of look on the bright side. And it's really hard. It's really hard. I have a lot of anxiety about what my life is looking like right now, where I'm at. There's just a lot of expectations from not only myself, but from society, from people in my life, from maybe even you, person watching this, and you may not mean to or intend to or want to put these kind of expectations out, but I feel from every direction. And it's really hard sorry, I really didn't want to cry. But once that one tear falls, it's hard to stop them. Okay. And it's really hard to feel like you're not measuring up, or like you're not doing good enough, or you're letting people down. And again, I know a lot of people don't want me to feel that way, and they're not trying to make me feel that way, and that's not their goal, but it happened. Basically, the one thing that I'm trying to accept and learn, and it's really hard because there's so much shame and there's so much guilt and there's so much anxiety, but what I'm trying to remember is that people grow at their own pace. There's no deadlines in life. There's no place you should be or have to be anywhere in your life. People make up these deadlines, they make up these finish lines, and they make up these things, and people, without even meaning to, will act as though it's a given that you've done something, or that you are doing something, or that you should be doing something, or You know, people expect me to be searching for a job because I don't have one right now, and it's hard to explain to that person that I can't handle having a job right now for many different reasons, many different mental health reasons, but people just take it as a given that that must be where my mind's at. And I'm sure there's lots of people out there who feel the same pressure about getting married. They think that at my point in my life that I should be married, but just because I am doesn't mean that. Okay, I'm going on a tangent. Basically, I'm trying to respect myself. I'm trying to respect my journey, and I'm trying to stop comparing myself to other people. Which is hard because there's lots of people that are doing better than I am. And there's lots of people, and there's lots of ways these days to see how much better other people are doing. On social media, on, you know, Instagram. There's just so many ways to see other people's highlight reels when you know only you're behind the scenes. And so I just want to say to anyone else who's struggling with that, you're not late. You're not a failure. You're not a loser. You're not going to die alone. I mean, I don't know for sure, but, you know, just because you're whatever age you are and you haven't been married yet, that doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean you're wrong. If you haven't found your perfect job, if you're not living your dream, there's no deadline. You can just keep trying and growing, and as long as you're trying to be better than you were yesterday, by any means, then that's growth. And that's all you should be focusing on. Not what other people are doing, not where other people have gotten, where you are and where you want to be. And it might take longer, and it might take forever, and it might take infinity and never happen. But you're not a failure. And I'm not a failure. So anyways, I don't know if this video will ever see the light of day because I'm sobbing. But I hope it maybe opened some people's eyes to what it's like when you ask people personal questions and when you assume that people are doing or living their life in a way that you think that they should be. Like, here's a life hack I'll leave you with. Instead of asking someone what their job is, what they're doing for a living, what their love life is like, any sort of specific thing that implies that they should be doing something or that they should have a story to tell about that part of their lives, just ask them how they're spending their time. It's an open-ended question. They can fill it with whatever is making them happy at the time. If it's a career thing, great. If it's a love life thing, great. If it's just a personal thing, then that's great. And it's a much more welcoming and opening conversation starter for people who are maybe not where they're supposed to be yet. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say in this video. Hopefully my camera hasn't cut out yet, so later days.